if this is what's about to happen, we just get 2 bookings back to back, that's impressive. Bro, this guy named just booked, Ryan, look at this. For literally 5 nights, $1,300. Oh, he just booked. Fucking go, baby, our first booking. Let's go.
Dude, it's not ready.
We just got $3 grand.
It needs to be clean.
We just got $3 grand in bookings. Bro, just that. Wow.
Dude, I'm
Bro, we
shook.
know what we're doing. Now I just need to get...
Once we get this property up and running, then I'll feel real juicy.
We listed all 3. We listed all 3 of those properties on the same day, and only 2 of them have been booked so far.
That's crazy.
So right now I'm in the office. Erin is outside. She actually was in her office. She kind of got a little mad at me. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was something along the lines of I overwhelmed her, and you know she gets a little huffy with me. So then I just have to be sarcastic back. I know. It's not good, but I did, and I think it caused her to be a little upset with me, which is fair enough, you know, honestly. And if you're seeing this, Erin, which you will, I love you to death, and I have no ill intentions. It's just sometimes that stuff happens. But some good news, we're getting some bookings. We listed all 3 properties I think on I forgot when it was. It was over the weekend, I believe. And all 3 of those properties now got their first bookings. One of them was in Panama City Beach, and we got booked from today until the 2nd. And then over the July 4th weekend, both over $1,000 bookings, which is awesome. And the property wasn't 100% ready today, right? Like we still had to order some stuff, but it was a $1,300 booking. So I said, Erin, we just got to make this work. Texted the cleaner, said, hey, we'll pay you double to go to the clean today. She goes, crushes it, gets the guest checked in to check in by 3 today. Guest checked in fine, boom. And something that I'm doing now that's, because we learned, because our first guest at the Nashville property that we just had, because it's your first property ever, especially not going there and seeing it in person, you see there's a lot of hiccups that happen, right? And like there's so many things. Like the only way you can get better is with feedback loop, right? So we like to get our clients in there and then figure out what's wrong and order it and fix it then. And so what happened was we got left a review that said, it was good, everything was great. However, there wasn't as much curtains as I'd like. The sun didn't block out from this. We need some more kitchen utensils. Like the only thing I thought was, why'd you have to put it in a review? Just tell me, right? She gave me 4-star, I'm grateful for that. But really, like, you know, we want a 5-star, obviously, but come on. And so the reason why that's my fault though, always think of things that I could do to avoid it. So what we did for this guest was said, hey, open to all feedback. This is a newly listed property and we really care about our hospitality and making the house feel like home. So please let me know. Whatever it is. I said, okay, I will. You already have 5 stars already because I said that. Because if he has an issue, hey, there's not as many kitchen utensils. Dude, thank you so much. You're there for 5 nights. I'm going to ship it there right now overnight, Amazon. What do you think we need? This. Done. Consider it done. I'm about to start calling too, so that way we can get more deals because we do have 12 listings, but we also have another 20 people that want properties, another 20 properties that we need to close, plus properties that we want to. We have a lot of deals to get closed. And what I'm seeing happening is Erin's the one who runs the numbers as well as Kylie. Erin's now got her all of her time in the laptop, right? She just sucked into this laptop with all this work. She's got all this work out of nowhere with these 10 listings. She can't run as many numbers and I can't call as many numbers because I'm doing this stuff too. But when I do call, I can't land as many deals because I can't call as many numbers. So that's one of our bottlenecks right now is we need to run more numbers better. And with that, it's like there's only so many numbers that are limited. I'm yammering right now, but regardless, we've got a lot of work to do, so that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to start calling the numbers that are listed, and Erin's out there working right now. Let me go see if I can get a sneak a shot out of her. I'm scared. There she is.
Well, today's video is really short.
I talked a little bit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I didn't talk at all. I literally just worked all day and then I took a good nap at like
I took a nap too.
5 o'clock because I had a headache actually from being on my laptop so much. So
I told him that you were a little upset with me.
yeah, I am a little upset with Dylan today.
Still to this day? To this minute? She's calmed down though.
Listen, guys, it can be hard to work with your fucking person.
Significant other?
It's hard, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
She's over dramatic.
I am, dude, stop.
My bad.
Knock that shit off.
Listen, at the end of the day, I saw you in bed and I just could not resist. I had to go back and take a nap. And I saw you had the timer for 30 minutes. That shit was not 30 minutes.
Yeah, I had a timer for 25 minutes. I was gonna take a 25-minute nap, 5 minutes for me to fall asleep, then 20 minutes for me to be asleep.
She always says that. But then whenever you're passed out and you gotta turn that alarm off, you don't want to turn the alarm off. You just do another 30.
Vera was cuddling with me, so I needed it, and then
we
finished
got
up
off,
my work, and we
ordered some stuff.
We got a lot done today. We got a lot done on our game plan done today.
We're going to, probably for tomorrow's video, we'll talk about our new Gatlinburg property.
Tomorrow's video, I'm gonna try so hard to film more. Like,
Yeah.
I literally...
It's just so difficult.
No, but
for
when
some
I picked
reason.
up the camera to film today, I got frustrated at you. So then I couldn't film, but I just need to...
Actually, I think we might have it on film the moment you got frustrated with me. You turned off the camera really frequently.
What are you doing? Why are you so mean?
I'm not mean.
Oh my god. I cooked myself fucking eggs and then you jumped in. You're so annoying. Brad, can you turn the camera off? Yes. And then, but tomorrow I'm just gonna say, screw your mood, Aaron. Film, because
Could be worse.
I want to document my days.
Well, the property already got its first booking for starting July 1 to July 6, $1,000. Not bad. Rent's only $2,500.
For what?
No, rent's $2,300.
For what?
Gatlinburg, we already got our first $1,000
Oh yeah, plus
booking.
utilities, which I need to make sure the cleaner knows to check the hot tub because I need to look up and
I don't
how to
even
learn
know-
how to manage a hot tub because I have no idea.
Well, the previous management company, which is our competitor, what they do that's different than us is so we take 18% or 15% or a percentage flat. We deduct it from the payout immediately. That's what we do. What the most management companies do, specifically this management company I'm talking about, they take all the money and then take their percent as well as all the fees. So for example, if a cleaning fee costs $200.
Maybe that's how they're so big though.
It might be, but it's kind of a scammy because they charged a hot tub refilling fee. And the hot tub refilling fee, they didn't even refill it, the owner did. And they would charge like $150 for that. And then they got to keep that because they didn't do the work. Isn't that crazy? And they charge a $200 cleaning fee. Guess what? They pay their cleaners $20 an hour. They're there for 2 hours. I'm shook. It was scammy though because they didn't even list this property on Airbnb for this guy. So they were fucking him in the ass.
They listed it on bookings.com.
Who the fuck's booking there? VRBO, Airbnb, and if you're looking for 30 plus, Furnish Finders. Well, we're gonna dominate the space.
We're gonna be the short-term rental gods.
And dude, this is the thing. There's a lot of people out there. I saw this video of this one person. It was like, cause they have a course. We don't have a course. They were like, so.
We do, it's a free course.
It is a free course. But they were like, so what do you think about getting into Airbnb? Do you think it's a good business? Why should people get into it? And she was like, yeah, well, Airbnb is good because it's just super easy to get into and yada, yada, yada. If that was us and somebody said, why should people get into Airbnb business? I'd say, honestly, people shouldn't. This business sucks. The only reason why you should get into it is if you have a passion for hospitality and you have a business background and maybe you can make it work. Or B, you're gonna be an investor and hire somebody that's good to do what they do, manage your property, which is what we work with, investors like that.
Or you just wanna work for yourself and manage your own property.
Or that. But honestly, that's a difficult fucking task. These course people, they make it seem so easy. They make it seem so easy. Dude, this shit is a full-time job, bro. And it's not even worth the fucking juice that you squeeze. It is over the long term, but it's not as good as these course people make it seem. So that's what I was trying to say is like these people try to make this seem so good and it is great, but it's not as good as it seems. It really isn't. This fucking sucks sometimes. And it's stressful. You think Airbnb is fun until you have your first party and people are pulling out guns and they all have satchels, a bunch of hood ass dudes in your house.
This is the people.
This is the person in the backyard. All these people were in my house.
It was very scary.
In a 2-bedroom apartment. So there's other people in the apartment complex. Cops got called like 4 times. We called the cops. Cops came to the door. Luckily I didn't see it. But they were going out the back. AR, boom, AR picture. Somebody was shoving an AR picture down his pants, an AR. And they smashed.
They like pass it around. It was scary.
It was scary. And they were all like 16, 17. This is St. Louis, Missouri, keep in mind. We learned a lot from this, how to avoid this, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And
it was like
when we called
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 years ago. When we called the cops, I didn't know there was guns involved. And I'm glad I didn't, because if I did, I would have told the cops, and the cops probably would have taken it a different way. Because when they knocked on the door, they have their guns on their hip because it's just St. Louis. But if I told them there was guns, they would have treated it completely different and might have gotten somebody shot.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that didn't happen because that would have shut me down.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of people came out the front, like a whole bunch of girls and everything.
Dude,
and
it was so ghetto.
And then the only way we found out there was guns is because
we
Dylan
rewatched
it on his camera.
So I had to submit a claim.
Yeah, and then he saw that and he was like, oh shit, scary.
Dude, if somebody's throwing a party, you can text them, hey, the noise is pretty high, or hey, there's too many guests in the house.
Hey, we know you're having a party.
We know you're having a party. You have 20 minutes. It depends how you want to play it. If there's like maybe 10 people in there, hey, there's 10 people and you guys are being loud.
You got 10 minutes to get everybody out of there.
Obviously, she's gonna handle it differently. It depends on the situation. This situation, I text them immediately, and I had other parties. And I said, typically you say, hey, you have 20 minutes to leave or I will call the police. Typically, they leave in 20 minutes. You text them there, you call them, and you text them on their message. That's what you do. Typically, they leave in 20 minutes. If they don't, you literally say, or if they don't even respond. Now, if they respond, okay, we'll leave in 20 minutes, cool. And then you make sure they leave in 20 minutes. But if they don't respond, 10 minutes later, I said, hey, I've called the police. You have to leave. Now, at that point, they scurry out within 5 minutes. But I don't actually call the police. Because when you call the police, especially in a city like St. Louis, it takes them 30, 45 minutes to get there. And you have to sit on the phone with them. I don't like calling the police. So that's what I learned my lesson the first time because I had to do that. And I actually called the police, which was pointless. So if you say you'll call the police, they typically leave. This guest did not leave. I said I called the police, they didn't leave. I waited fucking 10 minutes. I was like, dude, I'm actually gonna have to call the police on this one. And so I called the police and I didn't want to. And the cops came and they had to go to the door and say, boom, 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 boom. And I was driving to St. Louis at this point.
They were all probably like,
yeah. And they were all like, police, open up. And then they let all the guys out. And then we were there and we came through the back. And at this point, the police are gone or they swept the area. It was like full of smoke. We came through the back. We went in the property. These guests were so petty. They took all the remotes, whatever. But they also took my key to the back door, which my back door, like you can get in, right? And so I was like, dude, they can get in through the back, right? And so luckily we deactivated their code. This is huge. I even remember this. I deactivated their code because they get a special code, which is why I'm actually thinking about it. In any city, you need to make sure you have that lock. Like in Gatlinburg or even Panama City Beach, not that big of a deal. But because Gatlinburg, you have to trip, you have to fly into Knoxville or drive in.
It's always good for background.
It is good, but maybe not 100% always necessary. But St. Louis 100% necessary. So I changed their code. And dude, if we were in a different city, like I don't even know what we would have done. It would have been a completely different situation. I would have had to send somebody there. But I would have definitely had to change their code because I changed their code because guess what? The two bitches that fucking booked came up through the door. I heard them outside because I was inside. I was scared. I wasn't really scared.
Wait,
but
I don't remember that.
And I looked out the door and I saw the motion on the Ring doorbell. I saw them come in. They were like this. And we were vacuuming and shit. And I turned off the vacuum. I heard them because I saw the motion. I said, that's those bitches. And I didn't want to open up the door and scare them off or whatever. So I just kind of stood by and I looked at the Ring doorbell and I saw them. They were on the steps like this and there was like fucking 10 people behind them. And they were like, shh. And they went up and they tried the code and it didn't work. And I'm like, holy shit, dude.
So they tried to get back in?
Yes, they tried to get back in.
That's crazy.
Yes. And fucking, once they heard the vacuum though, they left. And then they were stood outside for like 10 minutes on the apartment complex.
Oh my God.
And so if you want to avoid parties, this is the 3 things. Don't let young people book. Put no smoking with a fee in your rules and a no parties with the fee. Make the fee $500 and $750. Because if they do throw a party or smoke, you can tell Airbnb that you had that fee in there and they will actually reimburse you for that if you have that fee in there.
Did you say what age you put the?
So you can put 21 or 25. The reason why is because the common denominator between all parties we've ever had is A, they're young. That's the biggest one. They're 19, 18, 20.
Too young.
Too young, right? Which I'm okay with having 20 years bulk, right? Like I was a pretty mature 20-year-old. Aaron's 20. I was a pretty mature 18-year-old. That was when I had my first property when I turned 18. So I'm okay with that, but it's just a deterrent. It's everything. 2, they have a brand new Airbnb profile with no reviews. Or if they have a bad review, you could just call Airbnb and say, I think they're gonna throw a party because of the review, and the Airbnb will just cancel it for you with no deductions. 3, if they have a local number after they book. So if they have a local number, like to the thing, and they're young, and they don't have a profile picture, so many different things, then you ask them a question. You don't just cancel them, you ask them a question. What's the reasoning for your booking? How old are you?
How many guests?
How many guests? Like and also if it's a low amount of nights. So if it's a one night, it's a young guest and they have a ghetto name, that's a big one. Like that's what we saw was like ghetto names. And then they have a ghetto profile picture, maybe they aren't put together, they're sagging, they have a money spread, they have a satchel. Genuinely, I'm being so serious. But if it's like let's say Jeremy, and he's maybe 22 years old, or maybe he looks younger, but you don't know his age because you don't know their age until they book. And he has a tie, and he's all put together, and he joined Airbnb 2 years ago, and he's got 2 good reviews. I'm not even gonna question him. You're good, dude. And he stays for 3 nights. Cool. But if it's Shaniqua, she's staying for 1 night, she just joined Airbnb, she has no reviews, and her picture is her in a McDonald's hat, because that was the girl book. She is her in a McDonald's hat. She had a 314 number, which is local to St. Louis, and I asked her all the questions, and because I was, at that point, I was like, what's going on? And I asked all the questions, and she was like, yeah, my grandma's house burned down, so I have to come stay here.
Oh.
Yes, she did that. And when she came in with 2 other dudes and a bunch of bags with chips and root beers and sodas. And I was like, where's the bitch's bags? So I knew she was capping. And that's when I had a bad feeling from the jump. And so that's what you have to look for. And so in your rules, you have to be 25 plus years of age or 21 plus years of age. If you're having parties, do 25. If you're not, if it's like an area or whatever, just do 21. And what will happen is we learned this from Las Vegas because we had to book a place, you had to be 21 and we were 20 at the time. You can actually get no penalization as a host for cancellations if they book and they're 20. So I'll ask, hey, how old are you? Oh, I'm 25. Well, let's see if you're capping or not. Let me see your ID. They send their ID. If they're actually 25 years old or 26 years old or 40 years old, cool, and we're good. But if they're 20 years old and they said like, yeah, it's still my grandma's house, I'm gonna say, no, you don't have any reviews, you're 20 and you're booking for 2 nights and your name is Shaniqua, I don't believe you. You're too young. So you have to cancel without me being penalized because you didn't read the rules. So that's what you do if you wanna, and I can't stress this enough, like, that's a huge deal. If you don't want your property to be, because that could have gone wrong.
It could have gone very
Somebody could have got shot. Like, it's not worth it. I made some money that night because I would use Airbnb's air cover.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, so like I charged them for the keys. I charged them for the smoking fee. I charged them the party fee. I ended up making like $2 grand that night off that property, off a 2-bedroom property in St. Louis. So it was good money and they didn't destroy the place. They just stole some stuff. But it wasn't worth the stress and it wasn't worth what could have happened, the cost of what could have happened. That's what I would say if you're having issues and you don't want to avoid that at all costs, so.
All right, today was day 31.
So Ryan must probably just filmed it. I know he made a montage of our 30 days. 30 fucking days straight. That's crazy.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he made a little montage.
Aww.
So that just went after this. I'm excited to look at it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just the beginning. I can't wait till we're at 300 days.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I wonder where we're gonna be.
And I guarantee we're gonna be at least at 100,000 subscribers, guaranteed. And we'll clip this.
But I got big goals, big dreams.
Yeah, I do. All right, guys, appreciate you. 31, outie.
Peace out. Thank you for watching. I will be trying to film more. I keep saying that, but I will be trying. Peace out.
Thank you for the time that you spent on me. Fuck them other dudes, I want your energy. So while you roll